My go-to song.
Freaking love it.
That and Did You Ever Know That You're My Hero?
Oh, are you serenading me?
Yeah. You're everything I wish I could be.
All right, we're live.
Should we
So,
sing a Should we sing a Dolly Parton song because she passed away today?
I know. Well, did you want to?
I don't know any Dolly Parton songs.
I'm sure I do, but hey, welcome to our Power Hour. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Okay, so let's just real quick, if you guys will share something that you're excited about, something that you achieved this last week, anything that you want to share, and then we will move on. So why don't you go first?
Did you say me?
Yes.
I didn't hear it. Like I heard like, so why don't you go first? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter what I heard. I'm excited because I actually made some phone calls and then Mary Kay Magic did its thing and I sold a lot of product.
How much did you sell? You have to share. Everybody needs to know.
um, Between 600 and 700.
Hey, on. 6 and 7. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yay. How about you, Donna? What you got to share? Anything, whatever it is.
Oh my goodness, I'm the amazing Donna Hudson, and I am going on vacation tomorrow, and I haven't been thinking about anything else. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's awesome. Lynetta's on vacation right now too. She's on an Alaskan cruise for 2 weeks.
Oh
Um,
my goodness, two
I
weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Where is it that you're going? Tell the world where you're going.
We're going to Tahoe.
Fun.
Yeah, it'll be
Four of
cool
you,
up
right?
there.
4 of you.
Yes.
Yes. That's so fantastic. And you're driving, I assume, yeah?
Yes. Yeah,
You
it's
guys all
only
drive
5 hours.
together?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a long drive. I think it's a long
Well,
drive.
my sister is visiting from Oklahoma. She's in Carson City. She'll
Okay.
be there tomorrow. And so there's a wedding going on. So that was part of it too. So her grandson's getting married. So we decided to go up and spend some time in Tahoe and go to the wedding.
I love it. I love it when you guys like go places and do things. I think it's wonderful. Okay, I'm Mimi Novak. And you know what? I am 5 days away from my Mary Kay anniversary, which is just crazy. Um, so let's see. This last week, I held 2 appointments and I sold almost $700.
Yay.
I know. Like, and I got referrals and another booking and la la la, all the things. So it's kind of exciting. I kind of like it. Alicia, the look on your face, you look so confused.
I'm trying to read.
Okay.
You sent a message earlier and and you reminded me. I was like, oh, I was supposed to read that. Okay, go ahead.
All right, guys. So we talked last week at our in-person meeting, and then I talked to some people over, text and whatnot in the last few days about our meetings and making some changes because, quite frankly, let's be real, I think we're in a real big rut. And so I really feel the need to shake things up. And you guys gave a lot of input last week. And so I am going to, this is not all we're doing. I have some training too, but I thought let's start with the changes. I'm going to share my screen. I have sent you all the calendar, but I'm going to bring it up anyways.
And that's
You
a
can see
beautiful calendar.
it's,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So these are the things that are going to be happening. And we're going to try it for at least 3 months. Okay. So here's my thought process. We're going to have one in-person meeting and one Zoom meeting, all of us. Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask that everybody who can possibly be on the Zoom, that you're there because we are better together and we You know, when you have a good week in Mary Kay, the meeting needs you. And when you don't have a great week in Mary Kay, you need the meeting, right? I mean, this is just like Mary Kay 101. Would you guys agree?
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
We feed off of each other's energy. So I'm only asking for one Zoom meeting from everybody every month. So and here's how it'll work. Now, of course, September has 5 weeks in it. So the first Tuesday of each month will be an in-person meeting. And this coming one will be at Mandy's house because she asked for that. And sometimes it'll be at somebody else's house, sometimes it'll be at my house, sometimes it'll be at a restaurant, whatever. Okay. And whenever there is new product, then we will show the new product at that in-person meeting. Okay. And then ideally we'll skip 1 week and the following week there will be our power hour on Zoom. There's Mandy. But since there are 5 weeks, we're going to do our power hour on the 22nd. Okay. So I'm asking everybody, like, get this stuff in your calendar. Okay. I'm I don't want to come across like rude or anything, but I'm just being real. Put this stuff in your calendar and set a timer and do all the things that you need to do so that you're here and you can be on time and not miss anything. Okay. The energy of the meeting depends on us being here. Okay. All right. Enough of that. So, the in-person meeting will be at 6 o'clock, and it'll always, if it's not at a restaurant, we'll always be bringing some kind of food. So kind of plan on that. Doesn't have to be anything fancy schmancy, but you know, so we can feed each other. And then on the Zoom that we do, I'm gonna ask, you remember when we had a training center, ladies, and we would like put our phones away and everybody was like looking up at the front and paying attention and interacting and raising their hand and the energy also feeds me. Just saying. So I'm asking, you know, can we like for this, we're not even usually on for an hour for this 45 minutes or so. Can we just like be 100% engaged in our Mary Kay and like be on camera if it's possible and you know, off of mute if it's possible so that we can all talk. Um, Fair enough. I hope that's fair enough. I'm not asking you to dress up. I don't care what you wear, you know, except for when we do things with our customers. But all right, enough of that. Do you guys have any questions? Anything like I think it's important to have expectations. You know what I mean? When we met in person, did we have expectations?
Yep.
Like what?
Being on time.
Okay. What else?
Participating.
Wear a skirt. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we did all these things, right? Like I'm sitting
Yeah.
here in shorts and flip-flops, okay? I mean, like for real, like it's so awesome that we have this now, but I think that because it's so easy, it's easy to participate and it's easy to slack. And I know if you're watching this on replay, I don't mean slack. It's just easy to not come in live. And anyway, all right, enough of that. So we're gonna do some different things. You'll see the yellow circles. I'll be going live in the Believe group, okay, on Facebook, the Believe Area Facebook group. Whenever somebody goes live, you get a notification. So what I would encourage you to do is, you know, I know dang well y'all have your stinking phones nearby all the time. I don't know about you, mine's attached to me. But when you see a thing that says Mimi's live, if you can jump on there, I can tell you for sure I'm not going to be live for more than 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10 minutes, but that is a stretch. Okay. So I'm going to ask, can you jump on and participate? I'm also going to ask, let me say this. I went through the Believe Area Facebook page and I eliminated every single person who is not in our unit or no longer a consultant. People, I have no idea who they are. Now, I will say there's a couple of exceptions. There's a handful of directors that we share ideas. So there's a few directors in there. And but that's about it. Like everybody that's in there, it's basically in our unit. Okay. So it's not like this is going out to the whole world of the internet. It's just to like the 89 people in our unit. Okay. Sound like a plan? So I'm asking, I made you, those of you who typically show up, I sent you a Facebook request to be an admin for the Believe group. You should have a notification. If you don't have a notification, let me know. Um, Now I'm not your boss. I can't make you do anything, but here's my ask. Okay, and this is stuff that we talked about last week, right? Our Believe area Facebook page is for all of us. So I invited you to be an admin so that you could also jump on and go live. Maybe it's, I'm so in love with this product. I'm holding a pen. I'm so in love with this new Mary Kay product. And you just like talk about it. Or if you have like a head thing you're talking about, something that you've overcome, maybe you made some calls and got some bookings, whatever it is, like so we can share and lift each other. Okay. That's the whole idea. So we talked about that last week, and I'm gonna ask for us to be courageous. Are you guys scared? Please don't stop showing up. Okay. On the 13th, you see, okay, so everything that's a green circle has to do with making money. The light green circle on the 13th is, we used to do booking blitzes at my house, and y'all would drive across town and we would like set up all over my house. You guys remember that? I know Mandy doesn't, but tell me, Donna, because you were here a lot, like, what did you get from booking blitz?
Well, for one thing, you were kind of accountable. You weren't there just hanging out. You were there for a purpose, number one. And whenever you got a booking, you got all excited. And so then everybody else got excited. Or they were like, she got a booking now. I'm going to get a booking.
Exactly.
See who can get the most booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Okay, good. Yay. All right. I love it. So I'm not going to ask you to drive across town, but I am going to say on the 13th at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be on Zoom, and we'll address that in a second. Be on Zoom at 6 o'clock, and I'll be booking. Okay. And what I would hope that you would do is that you would jump on at 6 and do some bookings also. Um, the really cool thing about booking through, and us all being together on Zoom is you can mute out if you're going to be on the phone. If you're like, I don't know what to say, I can send you a script and then everybody can see the script, right? If somebody responds to you and you're like, I'm not sure how to respond to that, you can put it in the chat or you can talk about it and we can get a good response that way. But it's working together. And then when Donna gets a booking, we'll all go, yay, right? Does this make Okay, I'm going to stop saying that. But there's one day on here to book together, and that's the 13th. The other green circles, I will do a skincare class on Zoom on Friday the 18th and at 6:30. And this is for anybody. So that if you don't live in Fresno, this is your opportunity to plug in, and I'm working for you. Okay. I will even send the samples for you. You see the red circle there? It says RSVP for 9/18. I need to know by then if you are needing me to send samples. Okay. And I can also help guide you to coach the appointment so they actually show up if that's something you need help with. Okay. On the 12th and the 26th, we're going to do, okay, so I really would like you guys' input, okay? And I don't expect anybody to show up to everything. It would be amazing, but that is not my expectation. My expectation is that like you look at this and you plug it in to your own count, like you actually sit down tonight and put all these things in your own calendar, the things that you're going to participate in, okay? So I'm going to give another example. what I don't want you to tell yourself is, well, I'll come on the 12th if I have a guest. What would be another way to look at that?
I'm going to get a guest on the 12th.
Yeah. There you go. I'm getting a guest on the 12th. I'll be there. Okay. And then you know, by hook or by crook, you get somebody. I'm kidding. But all right. So
Did you
the
just date yourself?
yes, I think I did. I think I did. um, I would like to know, do you guys want just like a traditional skincare class where it's repair or miracle set and foundation, or do you guys want to do something different? Do you want to do color? Do you want to do like a beauty bar, but a beauty bar requires like everybody's commitment, gotta say. Okay. What do you guys want? Mandy says they should all be different. Okay, what would you give me some ideas of something that you would support? Because if I, if you build it, they will come kind of thing.
I enjoy
Mandy,
both I enjoy all those appointments that you just mentioned. So,
okay.
as long as on the color appointment, you also wash their face.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Mandy, a glass facial is really just repair with charcoal. It's like, um, unless anybody has something different. And please feel free, just talk. Like, foundation, color.
I like the idea of maybe doing another foundation one, matching their new with the new foundation.
Okay.
Because I've had people that couldn't come because of other conflicts. So that might work.
Okay.
But the 12th, I am totally booked.
Okay.
So I can't do the 12th. But you do whatever
9/26
you
will
need
be
to do.
foundation for sure. No, I get it. My chat box just went away. I don't know why. Mandy, whatever you said in the chat, would you just say it? Because I can't. I don't know. It's gone.
I said glass facial, foundation, color, and season change.
Oh, season change. I like season change too. Okay. It might sometimes, like right now, seem like I'm trying to control everything. I really am not. I really want to make this stuff what you guys want. You know what I mean? I truly believe like if you build it, they will come kind of thing. So thank you for all of the input. And if you have more input that you want to like say to me on the side, feel free. Okay. I do ask for RSVPs for these in-person things and for the Zoom. So like there's RSVP the day before. Okay. Also, I put on here 2 let's do lunch working sessions at noon on Wednesday the 9th and Wednesday the 30th. If you're on, you're on. If you're not on, you're not on, but I'll be there in one way, shape, or form. Okay. It'll be a Zoom. Now, if you look up above, you'll see the yellow, it's all color coded. All Facebook Live training will take place in the Believe area Facebook group. Okay. And all unit Zoom meetings and let's do lunches will be on the Zoom that you're on right now. Cool.
And what is that? What is that? Let's do lunch working sesh. What is that?
Sure. So, it could be, it kind of leaves it kind of open. So maybe it'll be booking. Maybe it'll be like, let's go through our date book and do some date book planning. It could be so many things. And it would maybe be 15, 20 minutes. It wouldn't be a long deal. Okay. But this way, there's options for you to jump in. Like I know, like right now, Janelle has a thing on Tuesday nights. This is the way that I mean, and I have no idea, but this is the way that, if you're available in the middle of the day, boom, there you go. Here's another opportunity to plug in. Okay. And I tried to scatter it so that there was something every week. Okay. All right, please ask me questions. What are your thoughts? Do you like this? Do you like, no, this is, oh, wait, there's one more thing. Janice Trude is doing her consultant training, and it's about the holidays because y'all know it's going to be Christmas before you blink. So she has Court of Achievers doing a training tomorrow night. And then this one is something completely different. So you can watch it live or you can watch the replay because I'll be posting the replays. But yeah, okay. Now, questions? Anything?
It says winter PCP enrollment begins. Isn't that when it ends?
Okay, good question. So I'm going to go over all of that then. On the 10th, everyone who registered for the fall holiday PCP can order the new products that you'll see on the 1st. You can order the new products on the 10th. Okay. Everybody.
Say that again.
No problem. Everyone who enrolled customers in the fall holiday PCP can order early the new products that you will see on the 1st. Okay. And everybody can order those new products on the 15th, which is also the end of the star quarter. Okay. Then the winter preferred customer enrollment begins. So this is the one that comes out in like November, and it will also have more holiday product in it, but it goes into January. Okay.
Do you know what the deadline is for that one?
Off the top of my head, I do not. But it's usually a month. So yeah, it's usually about a month. Do you have it printed up there on your board?
I wondered if I did. No, I don't.
Let's see if your director can find it real quick.
Oh, wait a minute. This says November 15th is,
There we
wait,
go.
enrollment date. What would it be? No, that's
Okay.
fall holiday. I don't have the winter
Hold on. Let me
on
look.
this piece of paper here.
Let's see if I can get it. I'm not gonna lie, I always end up like just kind of coming across that stuff. So sad. Okay. Okay, so the enrollment for the winter catalog starts September 16th and it goes to October 17th. And it will start mailing on November 7th.
November 7th. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm really having, there we go. All right. So thoughts on the calendar? Are we feeling okay with this?
I like it.
I
You
like
like
it too. Yeah, I like it. Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it too soon for you to show us new products on the
Yeah.
1st?
No, on the first, I will
Yeah.
have the new product. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, that might be helpful. People might want to come and see the new products.
I already have the new product.
Oh, okay. Is it just one product?
Not telling. No, there's more than one.
Okay.
All right. So all right, let me look at my notes. So things that you might consider going live in the Believe group about might be, we talked about Alicia talking about coaching stuff, right? You with me, Alicia?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were asking everybody else.
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. Oh, well, I thought there was a lag. That's why yeah. You could be sharing successes. Okay. Maybe, I saw this woman in the grocery store and I heard a voice in my head that says, go give her a card. And even though I was in my flip-flops and shorts, I went and gave her my card. I mean, whatever, it could be anything like that. I think I already talked about that. I'm sorry. So I just want to encourage us to be courageous. Okay. Any other calendar type stuff that you want to comment on? If you think it stinks, you can tell me, like, whatever what's on your mind.
So this, when you go live on the training, is it just any time, or are you gonna pick a
Whenever
time?
you, whenever, oh, you mean for me?
Yeah,
Um,
like on the Sunday ones, because like I go to church, so I can't
yeah,
just
no,
like be on live.
it would be later afternoon. Um, and even if you can't join, okay, when I say join, all that means is you go to the Believe and you can make comments on the live. Okay,
Okay.
that's all. But if you can't be on live, that's cool. But if you can, like I said, I won't be on for that long. So if you're able to jump on, and because when there's interaction, like if I go on and Mandy goes on and says, "Hey, I'm here," that boosts it in the algorithm and shows it to more people. That might be a reason for you guys not to come on. No, I don't know. Yeah, but
And
go ahead.
just so you know, like, I can't remember the last time I got a so and so is live on Facebook
Really?
notification. Yeah. So, and even when I was getting them, it wasn't telling me the minute that they were going, the second they were going live. It would
Yeah,
be like a couple of minutes later. So, not showing up live doesn't necessarily mean we're snubbing you
oh yeah, no, no, no.
or being snubbed because you're not the only one going live. It doesn't mean that you're being snubbed. It just it could all be my settings. It could be your
Yeah.
settings. It could be whatever. But that's a Facebook thing that is annoying.
For sure. And Mandy's putting in the chat, at least watch the replay. And if you're watching a replay, go in and make a comment, so it alerts people in the group. And, I just think I think it'll be really good for all of us to do this stuff, Any other calendar things that you want to share? Feel like the Brady Bunch? Okay. All right. So I do have a little bit of training here. And all right, so here's the thing. Okay. And I have notes, so sorry. I have been seeing a lot of things. It's probably just my because of what I click on, whatever, but I've been seeing a lot of things on my social media about becoming more of the person God intended you to be. Okay. I don't know if you see stuff like that, but whenever I see that stuff, I think to myself, the heck does that mean? I mean, so what I thought I would do here is just kind of like break it down a little bit, talk about, I have 5 things that we can do that are like practical things to help be Dolly. Okay. Yes, you know what? She always said if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours, like she should have been a Mary Kay person. All right. So I'm going to list these 5 things, and I'd love to hear your input. Like if you have something more to say to expand on what I'm saying, please jump in. The first one I wrote down is to become more courageous, not fearless, but courageous. Okay. That might look like I'm going to make the call even though that woman makes me intimidated, or I'm going to make that call even though I might be telling myself a story that she's just going to say no anyway. But I'm going to go live even though it scares the whatever off of me. Okay? Does that make sense? I know it does. Okay. Anything you'd like to add about being courageous? Anybody? What does courageous mean to you?
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Okay. Anybody else?
Just being brave.
Okay. Okay. I think that
Think
we're all
out of your comfort zone.
Mhm. We will not grow if we don't do these things, right? And the more you grow, the further out your comfort zone becomes, then there's another line, right? Like, oh, if I'm afraid to approach a woman and then I learn how to approach a stranger, and then all of a sudden now my circle of comfort grows, and now I need to grow more. Okay. Not physically. Okay. So number 1 is become more courageous. Number 2 is become more consistent. Not motivated, not waiting till we're motivated, not waiting till we feel like it, not waiting till I've, you know, but to be more not on purpose, but to be consistent regardless of how we feel. If we're run by our feelings, nobody would ever get anything done. Would you agree with that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever feel like doing anything.
That's being truthful.
You know what, Alicia, expand on that, because you're doing, I mean, for real, like not on not doing anything, but you don't ever feel like doing anything, but you're one of the busiest people that I know. So, I mean.
So I'd seen a post earlier today that said, like, what motivates you to clean? And it's like, I don't wait for motivation to do anything. I make it part of my habit. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I do this, I do this, I do this. And part of this is like emptying the dishwasher or loading the dishwasher so that the counters always stay clean. And I put my laundry on my bed to make sure that I do the laundry, because I can't go to bed if the laundry's on my bed. And there are days that I just put the laundry back in the basket and go to sleep. Like, you just shift it and then lay on top of it, you know, whatever. But I try to be more habitual than led by my feelings. So, you know, one thing Mary Kay taught is the 6 most important things. You write a list before you go to bed of what you need to get done tomorrow, and then you wake up as the employee and do those 6 things. And if you do that, you know, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at that by any means, but nobody is. But when I have a list of what I need or want to get accomplished today, I'm so much more likely to do the things, because I love checking things off a list. Like, that's what I live for. It's like, ooh, done. But especially if it's on an electronic list, and then you hit it and it goes ba-bing. Yeah.
I love that.
Welcome to my neuroses.
You know, oh my gosh, you said something that I was gonna like go off of.
The habitual.
Yes, the 6 most important things. You know, I have had, and maybe you can resonate with this, guys. Like, there might be something sitting on my list. It's like, okay, like, you know, there's these things over here. One of them is usually kind of heavy, or often there is a heavy one, like, ugh, I really don't want to do that. So what I learned is do that one first, get it the heck out of the way, because otherwise it sits on your shoulder. At least for me, it weighs me down and drags my whole day down. But if I can get that icky thing that I don't really want to do off the list, the rest of the day is like a freaking breeze. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, Mandy, it looked like you were going to say something.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I will say something. I procrastinate on doing my taxes. And I know that it just hovers over me for months. And then when I get it done, I'm like, well, that wasn't that hard. Hello, you know?
And I know from not necessarily personal experience, but from Larry's experience, that like the things that you know you need to do, that you just put off and put off and put off and put off, it just weighs you down. And if you let that just sit there and not do it and not do it and not do it, like, I think that's what turns into depression. You know, it's like, you know, you're supposed to do something and you're not doing it. That's integrity too.
Self-integrity.
I remember a long time ago, Richard was being kind of a poo-poo, and I said, "What is the matter with you?" I said, "What is wrong? Did I do something?" He goes, "Do you really want to know?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you just finish what you start?"
Hmm.
And I didn't even realize I had the dishwasher half loaded, the clothes sitting in the dryer, and that is not like me, But he said, "Could you just finish what you start? Don't go start another thing till you finish the thing that you had." And so it was a good call, because if you start the laundry, then you finish the laundry. If you start the dishes, then you do the whole thing. Don't take on the job that you're not going to finish.
Mhm.
Just do it and get it done.
I
And
love it. Go ahead.
yeah, so I didn't know, he was just being kind of pissy, and I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "You just keep starting things and not finishing them." I said, "Okay, got it."
I'm really good at that. All right. So number one is to, and again, I just want you to pick one. We can't jump in and do all five. So number one was to become more courageous. Number two is more consistent. Number three is more curious. Finding out more about the other person. You know, if it's your client, asking more questions. Just being more curious about what's going on. What's going on with her skin, what's going on in her life, getting to know her, that kind of thing.
And
Okay.
that's a good sales technique too. That's a good question. I'm curious.
Mhm.
What are you using at this
Mhm.
time? I'm curious. And that usually answers that. You'll get it. Usually a curious question gets an answer.
And they will tell you what they need when you
Yeah.
ask them those kinds of questions. Yeah. Okay. The next one is more resilient. Um, I'm be. I have an example here of what I mean. Learning to recover from disappointment faster. Um, Back at the beginning of my business, like my household was a very emotional place. Okay, I'm not proud of that. Poor Donna got to see some of that. Um, my home was a very emotional place, and um, a national sales director taught me, set a timer. You've got to feel your feelings. If you stuff your feelings down, then really like that'll long term mess with your health, your head, all the things. So feel the feelings, but she's like, set a timer, and a literal timer. Um, and so I started doing that. Like, I'm going to allow myself to be angry or sad or whatever it is for this amount of time. And then she's like, after a while, you will learn that it actually takes longer to fix your makeup after having a meltdown than it's actually maybe even worth. So the one of my mantras is like, what's the size of the thing that will stop me as a woman? Like, how big of a problem is it going to take to stop me? And like, you know what? Like, I will just bounce. Like, you got to learn how to bounce. You know what I mean? So, um, becoming more resilient is one. Anybody add anything to resiliency? I'm going to tell you another story. So, I had a customer. She has been with me the whole time I've had my business. You guys both might even know her. Um, but she has this tendency to purchase and then, because she knows me, not pay me for weeks. And um, I've been too lenient with her. And so she told me this last week, she told me, I'll pay you on this day. And that day came and went and didn't pay. So I asked her, Alicia's back. So I asked her, I'm like, where's that payment? And so she sends half. Okay. And then she was like, I'll send the other payment on this day. And of course, came and went, never heard a thing. So I asked her again for the payment. This was yesterday. And she says, I've sent you your payment and I want you to know that I will no longer be doing business with you. What? Okay. Because I want you to pay me? What? Now that is like, where do you think you're gonna like? I've already given you 2 weeks. You had $100 and something product, right? So, but that would have really thrown me over the edge in the past. Like, and I got this text and I responded, "Hey, my friend," with a heart, and I let it go. And I'm sharing it because who I was before would have got it. And now, and honestly, it just made me laugh. So resiliency is important. You guys have this look on your face like,
I'm flabbergasted. I didn't hear the whole story, but I've been that person. Like, I've been you in that situation more times than I could count.
mm-hmm.
And I've felt like saying that to the customer. I will no longer be doing business with you.
Yeah. Your $200 of profit a year, I'll be fine. Whatever.
I know, but don't you? I have this problem where I let them do that and then it doesn't come through. And then I'm like, well, why isn't she paying me? And then I get in my head like, well, does she didn't like the product or whatever. I'm gonna have to call her and find out, you know. And then I finally get a hold of her and she's like, oh, well, my credit card got compromised and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I'm trying to get another date. But I tend to be a little more like it come instead of putting it on them, I put it on myself. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like like, oh, I feel weird calling her, you know, and stuff. But then she said,
I keep their credit cards in ProPay and I bill it before I order it.
Well, and I that's typically what I would do also, but this is somebody again that I've known a very long time. And my mom sold her a house. You know, like, and I know she doesn't stay employed. Anyway, it's like I have all of her excuses. And she was telling me, you know, like, oh, my unemployment, blah, 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 blah. But then you are posting on Facebook, like you're with your husband drinking. Pay me. Anyway, I don't say that to go on and be negative, but I say it like resiliency. Like I have come so far. Because that would have thrown me over the edge and into a depression of I don't need that in my life. Okay. And the fifth one is to become more intentional. Okay. So this one, what I wrote was, is what I'm doing getting me closer? This is the question to ask yourself, is what I'm doing getting me closer to the life or business that I say I want? You know, so that's a question to ask your own self. So I want you to think, in your own head, pick, do I want to become more courageous? What is the thing that would make the most difference in your business? Being more courageous, being more consistent, being more curious, being more resilient, or being more intentional? And you know, it's probably all of them, but I want you to pick one, okay? Because none of us are perfect. We all have so much, you know, we all fall short. So what's one thing that you can like say, this is the thing I'm gonna like focus on? Anybody want to share?
Intentional.
Okay.
Can I just share something that I heard that was fabulous today?
Of course.
As a business owner, you have to be both a farmer and a hunter. And I know that I've done one or the other. But it never, like, it didn't really occur to me to do both. And in Mary Kay, the planting the seeds is the social media, is the you know, the farming is the social media posts and the making connection calls with your customers and such. And then the hunting is like booking calls with new people and going into Facebook groups or going into, you know, the PTA or whatever, right? Like specifically going out and making your presence known of like, this is who I am. And I don't know, it just landed different today.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Yep.
I love that.
Especially when you're the one that has been telling me for years and then I hear it from somebody else.
And then it hits. I mean, whatever. We have a lot of that. It's okay. Anybody else share?
I think if we're more consistent, everything else falls in place, you know, because we're working our business and booking and, you know, doing all the things. And I think that all the other things come along with it.
Okay, beautiful. Did you want to share anything, Mandy?
No.
All right, so we still got to do the thing. We've got to make the calls. We got to do the bookings. So we got to hold the appointments. We got all those things, right? But the point of tonight was to hopefully help you think a new thought around your one thing. Okay. So, for example, making 10 calls when you're feeling desperate. Okay. Desperate meaning I got to pay the bills. I've got to this. With the I gotta stuff on your shoulder. When you make calls and you have desperation in your beingness, for example, that has a whole different feeling than making calls when you are with confidence. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Or following up with a customer, having fear about following up as she's maybe a new customer and she bought a miracle set, and following up to make sure she's loving it and using it the right way. Like that used to scare me. Like, what if she doesn't want it and I've already spent my money? You know what I mean? Like, anybody else? Okay. Yeah. But if you truly can follow up with her, with the mindset of I'm here to help her. So if her miracle set isn't working, let's find the right thing for her instead of the, oh, what if, so anyway, the whole idea was to help you think a different thought and focus on one thing. Okay. All right. So anybody have anything before I wrap it up? Okay. So I'm challenging you to pick your one thing, to write the things in the calendar that you're going to make sure that you do. And I don't usually give you a challenge. I'm giving you 3 challenges. My other challenge is for you to write a list of not less than 5, if not 10 women that in the month of September you can reach out to. I'm not asking you to reach out to them right now, but prepare. Okay. And so when you're picking your one thing, so if you're like, I'm going to be more courageous, then, or consistent or resilient or whatever, I want you to ask yourself, what would that version of me do right when we get off this call? What would that version of me do tomorrow differently to be more courageous, resilient, whatever? Okay. Because here's the deal, and this is my closing. You don't become courageous, resilient by sitting and thinking about becoming that thing. You become it by doing it, by just jumping. We become what we repeatedly do. Okay? All right. So, and Mandy's gone. I love you. Have such a great vacation, my friend. Okay.
All right.
All right. I love you.